Now, have you heard about, Austin, Texas has lost another iconic business.
Yep.
Mother's Cafe.
Uh-huh.
When was the last time you were there?
Well, it's a vegetarian place, so I'll never darken their door.
All right.
Not one time.
So it's not all that sad for you.
No. Well, it's sad in that it's always been there, and I'm sorry to see another iconic business go. Am I going to miss this one? No, but I hate to see it.
I've probably been there maybe a dozen times over the years.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. Anytime there's a meeting, that I like to meet there or something.
At Mother's?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's a cool place. What's across the street from Mother's?
Hyde
Park Grill?
Hyde Park Grill, yeah.
Is that still there?
The original Hyde Park.
Is it still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just checking. Well, you could cross another name off Austin's list of iconic business 4 decades after Mother's opened their doors in Hyde Park. Yeah, the longtime restaurant will close its doors permanently 1 week from tomorrow. Today, actually.
Oh, man.
Yeah, the owners say the restaurant saw a drop in sales around 75% over the summer. Well, because people were shut down. They were doing takeout only, and they say they just can't recover from that. Can't make it happen.
Nope, too big of a dent. Too big of a wound, and they couldn't stop the bleeding, and there they go.
No, it's kind of a common story, Some of these businesses or restaurants or just businesses in general that were living close to the bone already.
Yes.
That were already struggling with competition. I mean, even before this pandemic, we were talking about what? High property taxes, high rent, the city spike in taxes, things like that. Competition, a lot of new places. It was hard to find good employees, and I guess all of that was just the perfect storm for Mother's Cafe.
Well, and we've been riding high on a strong economy for several years, and I think that a lot of people like them and other restaurants that have closed just assumed this business model has worked for them as far as the margins that they operated on, and again, never anticipated this scenario. In a million years did they anticipate a time where they would be shut down. Not because of poor businesses, but because they were told to shut down because of a pandemic. And I wonder, going forward, and I would suggest that going forward in any business, you got you some cushion. Get you some good cushion there and start operating differently.
And your first plan, if you're building a new restaurant, make sure you have an outdoor patio.
And make sure you've got an outdoor patio.
That's a necessity now.
Yeah.
If you think about it, that's you got to have that.
Right.
That's only people get some space and people are more comfortable sitting on a picnic. And here in Texas, you could do that longer in the year.
That will be your storm shelter, if you will. The
there's
outdoor space.
There's a place for Mother's type restaurants, the vegan restaurants. There's a place for that in Texas. There's a place for that in Austin for sure. Maybe not all of Texas, but there's a place for it in Austin. So something like that will replace it maybe.
Yeah, and
I bet rent was incredible there. Prime real estate.
Oh yeah, but and I have a feeling some of these businesses will come back with the same name. Maybe same owners who get financing and are able to do it again. Some won't. Some will go away forever.
And maybe there'll be a new wave of entrepreneurs.
Yeah. Listen, we can look at this as time to make restaurants that hang on, as we've said before. Make those iconic, man.
The question is,
make them iconic.
The question is, will a bank loan money to somebody that wants to open a new restaurant?
Yeah.
Is that a smart investment for a bank? Seriously.
Well, yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, fast food has been doing spectacular numbers this year. Fast food has been skyrocketing in sales.
Yep.
It's those restaurants that have been suffering the most.
I was at Jack Allen's the other night out in Oak Hill, and
good for you.
Very much. And we're sitting out there on the outdoor patio and having a great meal. But and they had a good crowd. They had a good crowd at their 75%. Looked like that 75% was happening. However, I was near the table where people were picking up their to-go orders, and man, they were absolutely swamped.
It's
to-go.
It's a massive part of their business.
And I wonder if that will continue.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think people have grown to like it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Well, you know what? It's bringing money in, so good.
Absolutely. You could jump in here at 512-836-0590. The city of Leander plans for life after the pandemic with its major announcement, economic development agreements with Leander Springs. It's a 78-acre mixed-use development project on FM 2243 at the 183A section. Think of it like the southwest corner of 183A and 2243. Now, the city has approved up to $22 million in tax incentives for the developer. Leander Springs is expected to have a massive hotel, a conference center, And 1 million square feet of commercial space and a beautiful, crystal clear, beautiful lagoon.
4-acre lagoon. It looks like some kind of resort in the Caribbean.
It looks like a tropical oasis.
It really, I can't get my head around that this is going to be in Leander, Texas.
This is the second big project announced in that little corridor there in the past month.
Yeah.
That area is tapped to be incredible growth in the next year or two.
Oh, yeah.
Very soon.
This is totally transforming that area. Little sleepy Leander, those days are long gone.
Just around the corner from the Jeffries compound.
It was a big deal when you moved there. That was big enough.
Well, I don't want to take credit.
Just the knowledge that you had actually moved. It was like when Sandra Bullock moved to Austin.
Sure.
We were all a flutter.
It increased
a buzz.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
So
paparazzi is notorious.
I think you started that wave.
But it's a cool thing, man. There's a lot of growth coming that way. It's good to hear. That there is some life, economic life after this pandemic.
Oh, they're planning.
Let's squeeze in Jason in North Austin this morning. Jason, what's on your mind?
Hey, good morning and happy Friday, guys.
Back at you.
I just wanted to quickly say that's just so disappointing to hear. I mean, another restaurant, Mother's going down over this, and there's a lot of blame to go around because I know there were, iconic restaurants closing already before the pandemic started due to not being able to handle their taxes, just having to operate so close to the margins. Mm-hmm. And to me, it's just sad that the mayor, Steve Adler, he should recognize this. He seems quote unquote like an intelligent man.
Oh, he is.
He's got to be intelligent.
He's intelligent, just emotional.
Yeah, exactly. It is all emotion based, and it is not. It's not based on fact, and it's terrible to see this. And I am glad that Governor Abbott had put it on him for him to decide if he wants to keep the city open or not. And I hope voters remember that.
Yeah, I kind of wish the governor would have just opened things up and taken that out of the governor's wheelhouse.
Let us make up our own damn minds.
But it is sad to see another restaurant, Mother's. They've been here 40 years, shutting their doors 1 week from tomorrow. Actually. You should go get yourself a good vegetable plate. You need vegetables. Look at you. Your skin color is a little pale.
A little gray.
You need a little. You need a little bit.
Maybe at the least, maybe they do mashed potatoes. Something like that. I get a big plate of mashed potatoes.
How do you get your protein eating there?
Protein?
They got protein in that menu at all?
I'm sure they've got tofu.
Some beans.
Some beans?
Yeah, and some legumes.
Yeah. Load up on some beans. That's the magical fruit, by the way.
Yeah, it is.
The Todd and Don Show.
When it's time to get your next home loan, go with the very best.